Doesn't have hills. So he's going to live.
It's downhill.
It's weird. The weather here has been cold, but in Canada,
Other daughter lives.
there's some record.
My other daughter lives.
They have wildfires, really bad ones.
Two of them, coast like.
She doesn't get hills.
Yeah, they're having smoke
Good quality.
everywhere from like the Dakotas to New York City
Right.
from those fires.
It's coming right down 95 on the east coast. We got real lucky where it went over the Rockies, hit the front range pretty hard.
Like everyone's getting heat except for.
How you doing, John?
I'm all right.
How are all our old buddies? Okay.
I think so.
Are you guys?
I think David makes the first move.
Is he gonna do it?
And I'm just waiting for them to sabotage it. It's just a matter of time. It'll be after David does it. I'll see the sabotage come. That will be after, yeah, David does it.
If we submit for permit.
Yeah, David needs that full parking area now. So our thought was to let him do his building and hopefully get. And then
Let everyone's parked.
he's able, because we go first, then he doesn't have a place to, and that would be a Carlson. I think that's the way to go, and I think they talk one way. And
Yeah.
yeah, 16.
Yeah.
But I think we've given this.
So I'm close to being able to submit for permit. I got.
Is that design related stuff?
I'm just related, waiting for my civil engineer.
Choke point.
They are, civil engineering is a choke point. But then I can collate all the drawings and say, okay, we're ready, and they make a decision if they want to say.
That's everything.
Basically, off season. The off season seems like it's getting shorter and shorter. A lot of alcohol. It seems that everyone's just, even at mining. It's just all day long.
Really?
We were doing the off season and the on season.
Yeah.
Time to drink, right?
Sorry, get into a bit of feedback on the computer.
How old is it? No, they're 17. Yeah. Yeah.
Wednesday.
Where do they go? Yeah. That's,
Tomorrow.
That's fine. Hi, Mr. Man.
I don't know, so that makes sense.
No childcare tonight. So we've got no.
Great. We may have to do this without the big computer.
Is that what's present on Zoom on your computer?
See, just the feedback.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
one to go over there.
Okay, unfortunately, we're not gonna have a TV.
Oh, there you go.
And then I give up. Okay, well. everybody can see us on the screen here.
Is it on Zoom?
Yes,
We could maybe individually join in from,
yeah,
we're all trying to put our faces in the same screen.
well, you are all on the same screen, Al's picking you all up, so,
Or seeing this.
yeah,
So we have a quorum button.
yes.
Okay. Okay, we set to go? Yeah, first I'm gonna ask everyone to state their name, who's present. Rick Head. Rick Head. Charles Bodwar. Charles Cove.
Evan Benning.
William Dolan.
John Columbus.
Natalia.
Okay, forgive me, Charles and Charles, I'm gonna have to ask you to spell your last names for me. Bodo, okay. CUNNIFFE. CUNNIFFE. Okay, so just to make sure I got everyone. Bonnie, Rick Head, Evan Benning, John Galambos, William Dolan, Natalia Dolan, Charles Podolak, Charles Cuniff.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And Matt.
And myself, Matt Benning.
And Seth Himbalowski.
Seth, could you spell your last name for me?
Sure. HMIELOWSKI.
And we have one more in remote? Or no? Gustav. You there? Four. Can we get four? Okay, has an affidavit been submitted?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the notice of posting.
Yes, I emailed it to them this afternoon.
Okay, let me record reflect that has been removed. Okay, can we go, Mac?
Yes.
Okay, let's open up the Board of Adjustment for June 6, 2023, case number 05 of 2023. William Dolan, revocable trust, 16 West Newfound Vasquez, lot 17, block 1, filing 1, Mills Valley subdivision. The applicant represented by architect John Galambos and is requesting a 29.6 foot front yard setback variance where 30 feet is required. And a 3 foot side yard setback variance where 10 feet is required to construct a garage addition to the single family residence due to practical difficulties. The lot contains 15,369 square feet and is located in the R15A zone. John, you have the floor.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. And we are here to ask for a variance to build a garage for the Dolans. And I want to start that, this statement says due to practical difficulties, and those practical difficulties are created by hardships from the topography. So that's kind of the main statement I want to make going forward. In 2006, and it was in your packet, there was a resolution, the Board of Adjustment approved a garage in essentially the same location as where we are proposing. And that garage this is from the 2006 approval. I don't know if I need to show the camera. But it's in this is the existing house. And this is where they were proposing to put the garage. It's the same location that we are proposing to put our garage. If you look at the topography map and hazard, when they had to do a hazard review back in 2006, you can see the hazards. And if you compare it to today's survey, the hazards are very similar from topography. The hazards are, the green is 15 to 30%. Most of these steeper slopes, the red slopes, are created by railroad ties and other elements, that man-made elements. So It's a very similar, the lot hasn't changed since this approval was given. And so the Dolans are asking for this setback to put a garage in basically the same place of what it got approved prior. It's a very, if you look on the survey, there's already a cut here and already parking. There's a platform right here located where the garage is to be proposed. There's currently a pullout. This is the property line. There's currently a pullout where everyone parks now. Most of the cars are straddling the property line and their butts are hanging in the right of way. The existing home is already in the 30-foot setback, this corner of it. You can see the existing parking, you can see where there's a pullout here. So we are proposing, I'm sure you looked at the packet, but we are proposing to design a garage. Sorry. We are proposing to design the garage that's my front yard, 30-foot setback. Just come off of the house, build a garage, pull in like that. And have direct access from the house to the garage, from the garage to the house, the house to the garage. This area has several aspen trees and a very large spruce. And there is from this contour to this contour, there's a 5-foot difference already. So it's kind of says this phrase practical difficulties, but it's the most practical place to put a garage is where we are proposing it on the site and proposing it to be in the same location as the 2006 approval. The other reasons that we see that there's a hardship from that is, and it's practical, is there's already a bench that's been created right there for pulling in and giving that garage in that area. We don't have to negotiate any steep slopes, any 15 to 30% slopes in order to put the garage in that area. There is the existing access gets them directly into the house as opposed to having to sort of traverse the yard and come in with a steep driveway to get down to that area. There's less trees to be removed where we are proposing it. And we are another practical, some of these are practical, but the current garage location, the garbage location is very inadequate because they have to go right now currently in the snow to go up there. And there's all the bedrooms of this house, and I included floor plans, but we studied this, and if we try to put a garage here, we're blocking a bedroom on this level and the lower level and this bedroom to try to create a link. And we also don't have much FAR to create a link left over. I've got about 400 square feet of floor area left on this property, not including the garage. The garage is exempt in Mountain Valley. So when we studied it and realized we had to come down so much to get to a garage and also block these bedrooms and have to reconfigure, this seemed like the best place for it based on the topography and how there's already a bench on that level.
And John, is this the same design that Heidi did that they approved?
It's not the same design. Heidi's design was, you remembered the name, that's good. She actually angled it, crooked it a little bit, but put it closer to this side yard setback. This is the 5-foot and that's the 10-foot. This is my 5-foot and 10-foot. I'm actually 7 feet off the property line there. So she had cocked it in some more traditional design for her elevations. That's all she had provided. We are matching the roof pitch for the new home and trying to keep it a little bit cleaner than to match the existing home. Existing home is just basically a prefab truss, flat ceiling, prefab truss roof. The ceiling height is all 7'9", and then a prefab truss, so it's kind of low. We are proposing a gable end that's a little steeper and has a little more presence on the street, and then a little flat section where we're connecting into the house.
Mr. John,
Yeah,
is this the right screen?
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
Okay.
wow.
Where are you gonna have your garbage again now?
The garbage is gonna be right there right outside that door. So
And do you know what page that would happen to
that
be?
would be page A001. And it doesn't, I didn't write proposed garbage, but well, this is 6 inches. 7. Oh,
Setback is actually 6 inch setback in a 30-foot.
okay.
So we're all pretty aggressive.
Same with the other one, then that would be. It would,
3 foot.
well, that is correct, because this is 7.
7 foot.
Yeah, so that would be 3 based on the 10-foot side yard setback. So the massing of the home is slightly different than what Heidi was proposing back then, but she had 17 feet plus or minus, we're at 18.4. We are coming in basically level right here, stepping down into the house. So that's why this structure has a slightly higher lake height than the house. And it's just, I don't want to build a garage and have a 6'9" garage door and try to match everything. So
So anywhere you come in here would be the same, right?
anywhere you come in there,
Anywhere you come in off of here, it's related to the road. So
right?
this is the side.
This is a flatter spot there.
So this is flat here, so the park's all the way up.
But that's the property, that's the setback.
John, what page is that?
That's, sorry, I'm sorry, A001. And there's, if you look at that drawing, and I don't know if you did a drive-by, but there are a lot of trees in that area that need to be dealt with. A couple other points to make is that William met with the next door neighbor directly to the right on that page, and they did not have any issues with this. Evan can speak for the HOA on this. And the other sort of what I would say very practical aspect of this is that Natalia is an ER doctor, and having a directly attached garage that's heated is very convenient and better for midwinter, midnight runs to the hospital. So as a pretty essential part of our community, we feel that, yes, it's practical, but it's that practicality is created by the topography of how the slope just drops off the end of the parking and has to slope down into the yard. So Evan, do you want to comment?
Well, I think I was involved in the first time that it was approved, because I remember Heidi and remember seeing the good thing is that the neighbor on the right has approved it twice now. And that's the encouraging thing here. We in Mountain Valley want our cars off the street, and we would like them to have direct access into the home if that's possible. So the board of directors is very much in favor of this variance. Great, thanks, Abby. Seth, do you have any questions of the applicant?
Yeah, I got one question. Do you have a a drawing that shows an overlay of what you're proposing versus what was previously approved. I'm just curious to see how, I know it's not exactly the same, and it looked like the previously approved one was more front facing towards the to Lupine Drive, but I was just curious if you had something like that to show the previous approval with what you're proposing overlaid.
I don't, but if I can we mark on that?
I am not sure you can mark on it, but you can definitely use my
Cursor?
mouse. Yep.
Seth, you see my cursor?
I do.
And there, see a grid EXE, existing grid E?
Yes.
On her design, that went this way about 3.5, 4 feet. And then went perpendicular, kind of right to the, if you follow a straight line right to there, if you can see that.
Mhm.
Doesn't this have notation?
It might. I haven't used it.
And then
before,
it was parallel with the front of that property line.
Mhm.
And you know, the roof is basically zero. Where the overhang was, I think the garage was set back 6 inches or 9 inches. And it went to approximately there. And then straight kind of at an angle from the corner of right there to where my garage corner is. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of
Hard to
sense.
follow, but, and I can draw it for these guys.
No, that's okay. I got the picture. I guess my thought is what you're proposing is less impactful than what was previously approved because you're not right up against the property line the entire way. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's the only question I have.
Great, Seth, thanks so much. Either Charles have a comment or a question of the applicant? It's just a little bit difficult to see that there's all this land area and the only place is completely within setback and leaves 6 inches the property line where it was required to be 30 feet. That's what scratching my head about that. Well,
Bless you.
we have approved 0 lot line variances up there with properties that are just as challenging as this. And I don't really have an issue with that. And given the fact that we approved this 20 years ago almost, with the same arguments, I'd be in favor of approving this variance. I agree.
We do have one attendee online.
Is that a public comment?
I'm not sure. I have a Fireflies note taker as an attendee. If you could raise your hand if you'd like to speak, you have a few minutes.
Looks like an AI note taker. I don't think it's a person.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It's a little.
Neither have I.
Is there a robot that wants
Apparently, we have no one, so.
So, I'm going to, propose that we approve this variance, on the basis of a practical difficulty and topographical challenges. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, so signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So like you've got your variance there, John. and
Thank you.
Mr. Dolan. Doctor, I guess we could call you.
Jones, my wife.
She's the doctor.
She's the doctor.
Oh, but don't encroach on that 6 inches.
Yes, sir. I will stay away from that. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
You bet. This was the easy one, opinion.
Thank you.
Apologize.
What's there are setbacks for the Quakers?
Zero.
Zero.
Quaker was zero.
Go down on Mount Laurel to the old Joe Tobin home.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Second, any discussion on that? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thanks, Seth.